Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. I'm Chrislyn, Lashington. In the headlines, police seeking public support to locate Grenadian national Jimmy Braveboy, who breached entry protocol. Government introducing identification cards for Grenadians who take the COVID-19 vaccine. Corporal of Police Kenny Harry on $10,000 bail for alleged offense of grievous harm. PTA president questions the future of the Florida government school. McDonald College students graced with the presence of internationally acclaimed music publicist Grenadian Yvette Noel Shore and entertainment professionals as they discuss non-traditional careers. In around the globe, popular American socialite Jasmine Harton arrested and charged in connection with the death of a Belize superintendent, Henry Jamat. Bangladesh reporting rise in COVID cases as experts fear a surge in districts along the border with India. Coming up in sports, Grenada Table Tennis Association concludes first tournament of the year. Details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Health officials and officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force are on red alert as a search is on for a Grenadian national who authorities claim re-entered the country illegally and is still at large. The general public is now being called on to assist in locating him. Rena Pear-Thomas tells us more.
Members of the Royal Grenada Police Force are on a manhunt for Grenadian national Jimmy Braveboy, who resided on the island of Trinidad, who allegedly re-entered the country illegally on Saturday. A report issued by police says Braveboy, a resident of New Hampshire, St. George, recently entered the island of Pitimatnik via a fishing vessel. He later traveled via the Osprey line to mainland Grenada and failed to adhere to quarantining procedures on entry into the country. Minister for Health Nicholas Steele made the announcement on Tuesday during government weekly post-cabinet briefing.
He is, or his family is from the New Hampshire area. He is still at large, and we're asking individuals who may have information to come forward to the next police station or health center. The individual apparently came in on Saturday, from the information we have, via a vessel or speedboat to Carriacou, then to Grenada.
Steele says Grenada continue to see a growth in the number of persons entering the country illegally, a risky practice that can result in a massive COVID-19 outbreak.
We are constantly at threat. Individuals are constantly trying to circumnavigate and get around the various restrictions that we put in place to keep us safe and them safe. But still, some individuals try to breach it or believe that they are above it. So we are constantly at risk. Someone successfully came into Grenada illegally from a country where there is right now a significant outbreak of COVID-19.
Though the information surrounding the individual is still vague, the minister explains that more information will be made public by the RGPF when it comes at hand.
It is with respect to the name and pictures, and so I leave that to the RGPF to do as they proceed, because the tip-off came through the RGPF. We have been informed because, as always in these instances, there is a medical risk or medical situation, epidemiological risk here, and therefore the CMO and his team are on alert.
Meanwhile, in an unrelated matter, the authorities is also addressing an instance where a Grenada national with U.S. citizenship came to Grenada with a document with an alleged forged date of his vaccination in order to qualify for the 2 days quarantine protocol.
It's a male individual who has Grenadian as well as U.S. citizenship, and when he came in, he forged the date, or we know for a fact that he forged the date at which he got vaccinated in order to qualify for the 48-hour quarantine period, and we are investigating as to whether he forged the entire document or not. That person is in quarantine.
A bill to amend the Immigration Act, Cap 145, was passed in the House of Representatives last Friday and goes before the Senate on Wednesday to increase the maximum penalty for illegal immigration and expand the ambit of offenses. An increase from $10,000 to $12,000 is the proposed change, as the penalty for individuals who refuse to give information or fail to comply with any requests under the Act and knowingly falsifies information. These individuals include any captain of a vessel, crew member, or passenger. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
Interesting times. Government is introducing identification cards for people who take the COVID-19 vaccine. Rena Pear tells us more.
Grenadians who are fully vaccinated will soon be able to attend events at the National Stadium and other venues to watch football and cricket matches freely without the use of masks. In addition, those fully vaccinated will soon have an identification card in addition to their vaccination card to be used for entering events or travel. Minister for Health Nicholas Steele made the announcement on Tuesday.
We are looking at a pilot late this week, between today and the end of the week, to launch a pilot where we would have a picture ID vaccination card for those who choose to get one. It is not mandatory, but it really will facilitate individuals who want to go to fully vaccinated events. So the pilot will start later on this week. When we are ready for that, we will make that announcement. So members of the public who are fully vaccinated can come forward to the designated location to receive a picture vaccination ID that will allow them or aid in them being able to get access to fully vaccinated events, as well as it will aid in the traveling should they need to prove wherever they're going to that they're fully vaccinated.
Minister Steele explains that there are measures in place for vaccination verification for persons who may try to forge vaccination cards.
There will be additional verification that we have, because we have a database of all persons who have been vaccinated, just in case somebody attempts to forge a vaccination card. And we are also looking at, and hopefully within the next day or two, to be able to roll out additional forms of vaccine verification.
These new measures are being rolled out as Grenada prepares to host the T20 cricket matches scheduled for June 26th between West Indies and South Africa. 5 T20s are expected to be played at the National Stadium.
For the events coming up, because all those who will be entering are fully vaccinated and therefore not at risk, therefore individuals would be expected to be able to move around freely, and quite likely, if they so chose, not to wear the mask. We still recommend that you do, because you're only going to be in that event for a couple of hours. So that is why it is still recommended. But individuals at those events can feel safe that they are among other persons, or all other persons around them are fully vaccinated.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
Police have investigated and charged one of their own, Kenny Harry, a corporal of police, for the alleged offense of grievous harm. The arrest was made by officers attached to the Criminal Investigation Department on Tuesday, June 1st, 2021, following reports of an alleged incident between Harry and a resident of Pearl St. Andrew that occurred on February 13th, 2021. He was granted bail in the amount of $10,000 with one surety. Harry was suspended from active duty in the Royal Grenada Police Force. The future of the Florida government school remains questionable as the school population is set to decrease as students who sat the 2021 CPEA examinations seek placements in secondary schools, and registration of new students still pending. Details in this report.
There are fears that the present situation at the Florida government school may lead to a permanent closure of the institution. PTA President Annette Welsh-McKenzie says with students soon exiting and registration of new ones on hold, the future of the institution is questioned.
Them are coming up, right? Now it's time for intake, new intake. CPA students going out, so they not start registering. That is a big problem. Parents would not want to come and, you understand, where they putting them. We for now have we don't know what will happen in September. School is about to close and we do not know where the students going to be for September. If it goes still going to be that makeshift, we don't know. Parents are threatening to transfer their children. The school population already small, so if parents transfer their children, no new intake, what will happen to Florida government school?
Some parents are threatening to find a new placement for their children if the present situation does not improve.
Working on it, and I haven't seen any work going on. Dropping my child morning, coming back evening, and I kept asking her if she observed anything, and then she said, no, mommy, nothing has been done on the school. If anything doesn't change, I will relocate her. I will, and I would have to, for her safety. Thanks, Mom.
One parent who had her children moved from another school to the Florida government school says she has seen improvement in her children's grades. She says the teachers do their best and would like government to step up to the plate for the children's sake.
Coming here since, well, I was in Anglican first and I took them out. They've been coming here since 2018. They've been coming here and I see the improvement. I see the improvement with the 9-year-old. I see the improvement with the 7-year-old now. It's not fair, because the children miss school. Sometimes the whole week they're home. They're getting 3 days of the week school, and sometimes they don't get at all. And it's not nice for the children, neither for the teachers, because the teachers are interested in having the children around, but the condition of the school, it's not fair. So they need some repairs and whatsoever have to be done, whosoever have to come to help them solve the problem. It will be great for them.
What is in train for the institution? Well, this will have to be answered by those in authority. GBN contacted the Minister for Education, Mrs. Emmeline Pear, on Monday for a comment regarding the situation at the Florida government school. However, our reporter was asked to speak with the Chief Education Officer, Ms. Angela Finley, instead. Our news desk was told that at the time, the CEO was at a meeting and will return a call. This did not happen. Attempts were made again on Tuesday. However, up to news time, all attempts were unsuccessful. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
This is News at 7. Coming up, Jeffrey Prudhomme returns from political asylum to lead the Grenada United Labour Party into the next general election. And NDC caretaker for St. Patrick West, Joseph Andel, says Grenadians have secluded themselves from matters of national importance. Stay with us.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Now, for electrical safety. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
With the right precautions will keep us safe and lead us to the successful rejuvenation of our tourist industry. Because when we come together as a country, we all win.
I did it for my co-workers.
I did it for my granny.
What's up? I did it for my neighbor.
I did it for my business.
Help us help Grenada.
I did it for myself and my family. Get vaccinated.
Together, we can defeat COVID-19. Get vaccinated.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
The safety and security of your information is always important to us. Ariza now offers chip cards, also known as EMV cards, which provide enhanced security for your purchases and are globally accepted. The new Ariza Credit Union Visa International Debit Card continues to have the traditional magnetic stripe with the additional security feature of a chip and can now be used at both chip and traditional magnetic stripe terminals. For your added protection, always keep your PIN private and store your chip card safely in a RFID pouch. Visit arizacu.com to learn more on how to protect your account information. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable, and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The Grenada United Labour Party is seemingly making a return to politics amidst an intense industrial climate, a pandemic, and the pending birth of a new political party. Jared Joseph tells us who is taking up the challenge.
The son of the late Hubert Prudhomme, who was deputy political leader of the Grenada United Labour Party and deputy prime minister under Sir Eric Matthew Gary, is making a return from political asylum. Jeffrey Prudhomme, who was arrested and released with his father in the 1979 coup before seeking asylum in New York, is preparing to return from exile to Grenada. His homecoming is geared directly at a return to politics, as he says GULP has been rebuilding for the last 15 months.
Both my parents died a week apart, and I did the eulogy for my parents, and following that I met with quite a few people who encouraged me to come back. I did promise my dad that when I can, I would, because I am passionate about politics and my passion must drive my purpose. So I'm at the point where we are rebuilding the GULP as a purpose-driven grassroots organization, which it is.
Why now is the question being asked about the resurgence of GULP. Prudhomme, who has assumed the role of political leader in response, notes the Labour Party's historical importance to Grenada.
And if you reflect back, this year we're celebrating 70 years of the GULP democratic successful revolution of 1951. And what did we achieve by that? We got the 8-hour workday. Additionally, they got back pay. Historically, the people worked for the same wages in 1850 that they worked for in 1950. So we got an increase in wages, they got sick pay, and we got the water standpipe. So it was the beginning of the socio-economic revolution in Grenada.
He believes the party still has a role to play in the future of Grenada and its development. Prudhomme says they are securing their political base, which he says already exists, and will then build upon that base.
Our second strategic pillar is justice. And you're talking about food security, you're talking about socio-economic justice, whether it's environmental justice, etc. And then our last segment, where it impacts our young people, is development. So our three strategic pillars again is independence, justice, and development. And within the development, we want to make Grenada an entrepreneurial society. How are we going to do that? We're going to break it down into all the economic sectors and look to see where we can monetize it and to build out the capacity to see where we can have economic activity, because it's all about economic activities and productivity. And when you think of the Grenada United Labour Party, I want to make sure that all Grenadians after tonight think of the Grenada United Labour Party as a party that will come back and provide economic opportunity and social justice for all.
GULP is one of the oldest existing political parties, with the late Sir Eric Matthew Gary creating history after becoming Grenada's first Prime Minister. I am Jared Joseph For GBN News.
Meanwhile, a current mainstay in the political spectrum, the National Democratic Congress, is also preparing for the next general elections due in 2023. However, there are more opponents with the return of GULP and the birth of TGM. The lingering doubts as to NDC being a coherent, well-organized opposition were also addressed during Monday's Beyond the Headlines program.
NDC caretaker for St. Patrick West, Joseph Handel, welcomes the emergence of political forces, citing that the market is open to people involving themselves in politics.
We believe that more people ought to become involved at different levels. It is not the exclusive reserve of the New National Party or the National Democratic Congress. And there may come a time when, well, there will come a time when all political parties will have to face the public via the ballot box, and the people will then speak, and then we'll see who is standing where.
Andal, however, believes many Grenadians have secluded themselves from matters of national importance, especially if there is a political interest. He adds that NDC has continuously expressed their opinions on national issues. However, their reach on the social media platforms is reportedly missed by some citizens. Andal says the NDC therefore has launched a number of initiatives to include those individuals who are dubbed out of the loop on national issues.
Recently, we have started doing our Touchdown Sundays, where we go to a different community on specific Sundays. Our members fan out across the community. We engage the people. We feel the pulse. We share our ideas with them. We listen to their ideas, their criticisms, their questions, and so on. We engage everyone. We try to knock on every single door.
The NDC caretaker also addressed people's concerns of the continued backbiting and criticism of the current administration by the NDC rather than providing its plans for Grenada.
We must not be naive. Politics is a competitive venture, and a political party in opposition has an almost sacred obligation to point out the shortcomings, the failures, and the wrongdoings of the incumbent administration. Failure to do that will amount to a dereliction of duty. The important thing is finding the right balance between criticizing and highlighting shortcomings and pushing forward your own plans, your own policy, your own agenda.
He says the NDC is listening to the people and adapting where necessary. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Unconventional, non-traditional jobs were the backdrops of a career day held at the MacDonald College on Tuesday. The career day featured individuals in the entertainment industry who provided the students with guidance on how the field of entertainment is multifaceted.
Whenever the question, "What would you like to be when you grew up?" is asked, the most common of answers are doctors, lawyers, police officers, and other prominent career options. With the desire to broaden the minds of students into thinking outside the box, Chantel Maguire, an actuary by profession, hosted a series of career days geared towards broadening the occupational scope for young people. Maguire said lack of opportunity has been the biggest deterrent against non-traditional jobs in Grenada.
I have a very non-traditional career, so it kind of is what inspired me to do this initiative. When I first came back of 3 years now, I've been in and out of Grenada, and I had a little business, a little gym, and I was interacting with a lot of younger folks, like straight out of high school, straight out of TAM CC. And one thing I realized from interacting with these folks in my business is that it seemed as if they didn't think they had much opportunities, and they were very smart individuals, you know, and I was very impressed by some of their work ethic, but they really felt as though they couldn't do anything. When I would give them options of what they could do, they never even thought of it. So I realized that there was a lack of exposure to different type of career paths in Grenada.
Yvette Nicole Scher, co-founder and executive vice president of Scher Media Group and longtime publicist for Beyonce, implored upon the students to focus on the bigger picture when choosing a career path. Using a live example, she showed them how connections can be made to the jobs they desire.
So Vaughn comes and he creates a great song,
and he's about to send a song out, but he needs a little help getting it out of Grenada. He needs a little help with the rest of the world, but he also needs a little help through Grenada media. So Vaughn needs someone like me, a publicist, right? So we have our plan, we got the content creator, they did the photos, they did the video. Now I leave Vaughn, and I am knocking on her door, like, hi, and I send her his music. I talked to her. I said, I think you should interview Vaughn. You should do a piece on Vaughn. That piece gets multiplied on social media. You take it. You share it. The girl in China sees it. The girl in Africa sees it.
The principal and students were appreciative of the session, adding that it was a breath of fresh air to the traditional career day that's normally held.
To me, it's a wonderful initiative. You know, it takes us away from the traditional curriculum, because personally, my perspective on education is that each and every child has some talent, some skill, some inner ability within them. And I think it's time for us to get away from the conventional occupations. So I think it's a wonderful initiative, and I would always support it.
Before this opportunity, I thought maybe a cricketer playing for Grenada or something.
So today made you think differently?
Yeah, because I see where you traveling, where you going, what you doing, how much money you making, and things. And I like that.
What I learned from it most is goals. Achieve anything in life you want.
For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
It was so good being at MacDonald College today, and I'm convinced they have the best view by far. Let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trellona Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Is the Florida government school a forgotten institution? Concerned parents are saying that the students and teachers of the school are being forced to function under deplorable conditions.
One of my concerns is obviously that the government do not have any money allocated for repairs for the school. Another concern is obviously that Florida government school is not on the priority list, as was stated by Ms. Finley in one of the virtual PTA meetings we had, that Florida government school was never on the priority list for repairs. The kitchen, and there's a tree in the middle of the kitchen. So when the rain falls, the kitchen wet.
Our online audience gave their input. Andrea commented, schools falling apart, farmers ignored, roads in deplorable conditions. Everyone's begging for the government's help. Nothing seems to be happening. Chrissy commented, oh Lord, this is so sad, it brought tears to my eyes. They have to beg to fix a public school, and come elections, millions are spent to win. Mama guying the nation's people, sad. God is watching. Shirin asked why infrastructure tends to never be handled at the onset of minor repairs, always waiting until it's beyond repair and gets costly before anything is done. Priority is always lapsing. Jasmine added, my question is about the palm tree. Nobody saw it growing. Did it just appear? Who was responsible for removing it? Michelle commented, a lot of schools got repaired during the last holiday. Why was this school not on the list? Also Boca Secondary. If the children are the future, then we need to do better as government to make these changes concerning better schools. You guys need to step up. And Glenroy commented, hoping that those in areas of influence will speak out on behalf of Florida government school so that something will be done to solve this problem. Let's remember that these children today will be our future leaders, so it is important that we prepare them now in order to assume leadership later on. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN ISA lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
We may need 2 screens for tonight's GBN Eyesore. Photos of an extraordinarily long sugar cane were submitted by our citizen journalist. He reported it could be over 25 feet long. When held toward the middle, both ends of the sugar cane were still touching the ground. Our Eyesore reporter says this isn't the first giant sugar cane he has harvested. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Wow. Still ahead, June 1st marks the start of the Atlantic hurricane season. This is News at 7.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Trends come and go, but jewelry is forever in style. Give a gift that lasts a lifetime. Diamond Intercontinental have diamond jewelry, gold and silver jewelries, engagement rings, wedding bands, chains, bracelets, and so much more. They also carry brands such as Anne Klein and Guess. Why wait? Visit Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store at the Esplanade Mall. Call 440-231234. The number again, 232-1234.
Introducing Color by Seasons. 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 Color by Seasons.
Open borders with the right precautions will keep us safe and lead us to the successful rejuvenation of our tourist industry. Because when we come together as a country, we all win.
I did it for my co-workers. I did it for my granny.
What's up? I did it for my neighbor.
I did it for my business.
Help us help Grenada.
I did it for myself and my family. Get vaccinated.
Together, we can defeat COVID-19. Get vaccinated.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets at prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed or anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society, or make pre-arrangements when service and costs matter, call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
2021 is the second year in a row that cyclones have been formed before the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season. That's according to forecaster Gerard Tamer. Tropical Storm Anna was the first system to be formed this year. More in this report.
One system already formed before the start of the 2021 hurricane season, forecasters are predicting an above-average season. June 1st marks the start of the Atlantic hurricane season. Forecaster at the Meteorological Office at the MBIA, Gerard Tamer, speaking to our news desk, explained what can be expected.
We say above normal, we're talking about in terms of activity, the amount of storms or systems expected. Generally, the average for the season, and that's based on historical figures, we normally have the average is 14 storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. But predictions from a number of the main players in the industry, and I can state 2 here: the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration of the USA, and from the Colorado State University, they both are predicting above normal activity for this season.
Said conditions right now are conducive for the formation of systems.
Current conditions are just conducive for tropical cyclone formation. First of all, the sea surface temperature in our area, that is the Atlantic, the tropical Atlantic, and the Caribbean Sea, the Gulf of Mexico, are right now are above normal. Okay? And also the La Nina effect is still very much present, so those 2 combines are some of the main driving features that would encourage cyclone development during this season.
At present, there are no signs of system formation. However, here's what the forecaster wants people to look forward to in the coming days.
Outlook for the next 5 days shows no sign of any tropical storm formation. It is interesting to note that we have already had one system for the year thus far, and that was Tropical Storm Anna, which lasted from the 22nd to the 23rd of May. And over in the Pacific, our counterparts in the Pacific, they are now on their second system, and they have a pretty strong tropical storm. Tropical Storm Blanca is now raging in the Pacific. So at the moment, no.
The forecaster reminds the general public to listen to the official source for information regarding weather systems that are likely to affect us, which is the Met Office and the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, and to prepare as much as possible. A likely range of 13 to 20 named storms are predicted for the season, of which 6 to 10 could become hurricanes with winds of 74 miles per hour or higher, including 3 to 5 major hurricanes. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
The Marketing and National Importing Board says it will soon roll out several new strategies. This was one of the disclosures made during a discussion between agriculturist Dennis Canning and CEO of the Marketing and National Importing Board, Afia Joseph.
Agriculturist Dennis Canning continues to demonstrate his commitment to the development of the industry through his engagement with younger partners within the sector. Canning recently hosted the newly appointed CEO of the Marketing and National Importing Board, Afia Joseph. He said his main concern is to ensure that the best action plan is implemented to benefit both farmers and the nation through the MNIB, given the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic.
We are not exporting to the rest of the world. We are not finding markets for fruits and vegetables where the rest of the world can see what rich fruits and vegetables that we grow in Grenada. We need to have someone who is an expert in the field of marketing so we can show the rest of the world the extent of the very rich food and vegetables that we grow in Grenada. We have to do that. That's the purpose of the MNIB, to find markets abroad for exactly our fruits and vegetables, of which we have it in abundance.
Joseph said the MNIB is happy to embrace the opportunity to meet directly with farmers to get a feel for their take on issues affecting them. She praised Canning not only for his passion for agriculture, but also for his goodwill in ensuring maximum results for all concerned. The new CEO assured Canning that several new strategies will soon be rolled out, including a new website geared at providing a platform for international suppliers to find Grenada and engage in e-commerce activities. With regards to the issue of consistency, Joseph highlighted the current initiative by the MNIB to develop a farmer's production contract. This, she says, will be speeded up. With a background in manufacturing and agro-processing, Joseph is confident in her vision of moving the MNIB from its current structure to a self-sustaining engine capable of standing on its own. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Stay with us. Weather and sports up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Let's see what the weather brings. Tonight's minimum temperature, 25.5 degrees Celsius. Generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with isolated early morning showers. Winds easterly to east southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. There are no warnings at this time. Tides are high at 9:20 p.m. and low at 2:45 a.m. On Wednesday, the sun will rise at 18 minutes to 6 and set at 29 minutes past 6. Generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief showers possible. That's what the weather is looking like for Wednesday. And on Thursday, partly cloudy and windy with the possible isolated shower and some fair spells. Looks like we have to keep the umbrellas close by this week. And on Friday, partly cloudy to cloudy with few brief to widely scattered showers becoming more frequent overnight. That's it for your weather forecast right here on GBN News.
Good evening, sporting fans. The Grenada Table Tennis Association staged its first tournament of the year on Saturday with the Body Image Gym Easter Classics Open. National men's singles champion Shannon Dolan emerged the winner, defeating former national champion Jason Stanislaus in the finals. Dolan won in 3 straight sets in the best-of-5 championship games. In the semi-final matches, Dolan defeated Chris Campbell 11-9, 11-7, and 11-5. And Jason Stanislaus beat number 2 ranked junior player Shamal Williams 3-2. Chris Campbell finished in the 3rd place and Shamal Williams finished 4th. Meanwhile, President of the Grenada Table Tennis Association, Dr. Alistair Antoine, says he is encouraged by the tournament and is hopeful for other small tournaments like the Easter Classics Open throughout the year. Antoine says the tournaments are pivotal for the development of table tennis in Grenada.
I would like to see something similar for the ladies because I want us, to also focus on the development of ladies tennis. We see from the young persons who have been training. I think we could safely say that there has been some improvement since they have started training here on Saturdays. And hopefully during the vacation period, July and August, when we step up, I think that they would get better and better. And I just want to encourage them to continue working hard on the game, continue doing what they have been doing, and I'm sure they will be representing Grenada. I'm sure not too long from now.
Main tournament sponsor Mr. Kent Joseph, manager of Body Image Gym, says the idea for staging an open tournament was born out of the desire to raise the level of junior players by having them compete against senior players. The River Road Invitational Basketball Championship continued on Saturday at the River Road Hard Court. In Game 1, Carenage United Generation defeated the River Road Ballers 80 points to 52 points. Leading for Carenage United Generation were Alexis Portillo with 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal, and Dylan Johnson with 18 points, 9 rebounds, 6 blocked shots, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Game 2 saw Southern United defeat the Tornadoes 93 points to 60 points. Leading for Southern United were Jonathan Williams with 27 points, 4 rebounds and 6 steals, and Simon Bell with 18 points, 3 rebounds, 4 blocked shots, 1 assist and 1 steal. Moving on to cricket. Despite a spirited performance from Cinnamon Pacers in the second match of the opening day on Monday, Nutmeg Warriors went on to win by 10 wickets. Alec Athenes smashed 66 runs from 28 balls to guide the Pacers to 116 for 5 in 10 overs. However, it was overshadowed by a brilliant performance from the Spiceman Andrew Fletcher, who captured 4 wickets, including that of Athenes for just 12 runs in 2 overs. Captain Fletcher then blazed a tournament high of 79 runs from just 35 balls, which saw 7 sixes and 6 fours to get the Warriors to 120 without loss, together with Shondell Regis on 36. In the third match on day 1, Saffron Strikers won by 9 wickets after restricting Clove Challengers to 56 runs for 5 wickets. That's it for sports. Our original segment is up next. This is your One Caribbean hookup. A popular American socialite, Jasmine Hatton, has been arrested and charged with manslaughter by negligence over the death of Belize Superintendent Henry Gemott. According to the Associated Press, Hatton is the partner of Andrew Ashcroft, son of British billionaire Lord Michael Ashcroft. She was charged on May 31st, 3 days after she was initially detained. Belize Police Commissioner Chester C. Williams said Hatton was found on a dock near where Gemott was found dead early Friday, May 28th in the town of San Pedro. The two knew each other and were said to be socializing before the tragic event.
This was after 12:30 a.m. thereabout, which would be during curfew time, when one single gunshot was heard. And upon investigating, police found the female on a pier, and she had what appeared to be blood on her arms and on her clothing. And inside the waters, right near the pier, police recovered the lifeless body of Mr. Gemott with one apparent gunshot wound behind the right ear.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force is once again receiving backlash over mandatory vaccination. Applicants to the National Police College who refuse to be vaccinated are not being allowed to move forward in the program. A letter issued to applicants stated that the program includes face-to-face training, hence the need to be vaccinated. Chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Rohan James, said the measures are concerning since JCF is desperately in need of a boost in numbers.
We know that this has widespread implications, and we do intend to engage the Police Services Commission given what it is that we have seen on the horizon. And 2020 vision in hindsight, it is something that we must see around the corner, look ahead and know what the implications are for national security, and we will be making strident representation in that respect.
Internationally, Bangladesh is seeing a rise in COVID testing positivity rates, and experts are especially worried about a surge in districts along the border with India. The country has faced difficulties with its mass inoculation program because of a shortage of vaccines. Little more than 9 million jabs administered so far to a population of 165 million. The government is now looking for an alternate source for vaccines. We get more in this Al Jazeera report.
Like these are becoming increasingly common in the capital. Long queues at the testing centers and more burials at the city's graveyard. Rezwana Haq lost her father and an uncle in just 2 weeks to COVID-19. But she fears there is worse to come.
My father died due to COVID, and we buried him in this graveyard. The day we buried him, there were many empty spaces besides his grave. In fact, the entire row was empty. But when we came back to pay a visit to his grave the next day, we saw the entire row filled up with new graves.
Although restrictions have been in place, Dhaka, with a population of nearly 18 million, appears to be functioning as normal. The Bangladeshi government has extended its nationwide lockdown until the end of the month. However, it has allowed businesses, restaurants and public transportation to operate under strict regulation and guidelines in order to keep the economy moving despite the health risk. More than 8% of people tested in Bangladesh get a positive result, but health authorities say that figure could be as high as 40% in areas that are close to the border with India.
The high infection rate in India worries us. The infection positivity rate is going slowly up in the district adjoining India. Also, there are some districts within Bangladesh, far away from border. They are also showing the increase in test positivity rate.
Bangladesh is facing difficulties conducting its mass inoculation program because of a shortage of doses. Only a little over 9 million jabs of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine have been administered so far in a population of 165 million. The government is now looking for an alternative source for supplies. But health experts are concerned some of Bangladesh's population, many living in poverty, may be forgotten about if they are not provided with adequate assistance and vaccine. Then it's feared the rate of transmission of the virus could spiral out of control. Tanvir Chaudhry, Al Jazeera, Dhaka, Bangladesh.
That's it for your One Caribbean Hookup. I'm Trellona Charles. Thank you for joining us.
Let's recap the headlines. Police seeking public support to locate Grenadian national Jimmy Braveboy, who breached entry protocol. Government introducing ID cards for Grenadians who take the COVID-19 vaccine. Corporal of Police Kenny Harry on $10,000 bail for alleged offense of grievous harm. PTA president questions the future of the Florida government school. MacDonald College students graced with the presence of Grenadians from the diaspora as they discussed non-traditional careers. In Around the Globe, popular American socialite Jasmine Hartin arrested and charged in the connection with the death of Belize Superintendent Henry Jamat. Bangladesh reporting rise in COVID cases as experts fear a surge in districts along the border with India. In sports, Grenada Table Tennis Association concludes first tournament of the year. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or check out our Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.